Hey guys, so thank you so much for tuning in once again for yet another episode of Masterclass. This time we have Noyan with us from Decktopus. So if you can just take a couple of minutes to introduce yourself before we get started, I think that would be fantastic. Noyan.
Okay.
Noyan?
Sorry?
Yeah, I said if you can just take a couple of minutes to introduce yourself before we get started, that would be brilliant.
Sure. Okay. Hello, everyone. It is Noyan from Decktopus. Quickly, I'm a founder of Decktopus, and Decktopus is a presentation tool. We founded it in 2019, and since then, we are improving our product. We are getting feedback. We are improving our product. We are talking to customers. We are improving our product. And today, we have a very different presentation tool. In the beginning, Decktopus was just a presentation tool, but today it is more than a presentation tool. Actually, we have two companies. Our R&D center is in Turkey, but our headquarters is in the United States. We have about 15 people in our team. So actually, we are a small team, but we are doing, I think, great things. Yeah, this is a very short intro.
Awesome. So guys, before we get started, make sure to stick until the end because we are back with our webinar offer. That means that anyone who makes a purchase during this entire webinar for Decktopus gets the exact same plan after the refund period is over. That means it's the 1+1 offer that we often offer to all of the people who are live on the webinar right now. So guys, before we tune in, let me just quickly share the link with you guys. Just a moment. Again, feel free to make a purchase as soon as the webinar ends. The deal gets over. There is no 1+1 webinar, so you have about an hour or so to make your decision. So again, guys, take advantage of this because this is a webinar exclusive offer. We only offer this during the first webinar. That's it. So again, take advantage. It's not coming back. So there's a link. Click on it, grab it right away. And as soon as the refund period is over, we are going to be giving you the +1 code. Now, what you can do, share it with your link, share it with your users, share it with your team. You can give it away to one of your customers. Again, you can do a lot of cool things with it because again, when you want to build a good relationship with someone and you know that you don't want to give them money or you don't want to give them anything else, you can offer them, that special customer one Decktopus code. So again, take advantage of that, guys. I've already shared the link. Let me just quickly share the link with everyone. There you go. I've just shared the link in the chat. You guys have until the end of the webinar. As soon as the webinar is over, any purchases post that is not going to be getting that 1+ offer. So hit that purchase button and grab Decktopus right away. While again, you will be going through the entire app throughout and we'll be sharing a ton of things with you guys throughout the webinar. So again, get ready for that. I'm just going to quickly share my link with you guys. Here is how it goes. You have a $49 base plan. You can purchase up to a $245 plan. Like my personal favorite is the $245 plan because it's 10 users. I know that our team is expanding. So this gives me a very safe side. I know for the fact that I won't be able to purchase again, but if you want to go all in, get this. You get a +1, offer it to one of your team members or again, to someone that you know, or if you want to close a customer, just tell them, hey, I want to offer you this. I think it's a golden opportunity for you guys. So take advantage of this. And now we'll get back to the webinar and tell you how powerful this incredible piece of software is, guys. So are you guys ready? If you are, just hit and give me a fire emoji. Let me see who's putting in the fire emoji first. You might again have a lot of giveaways throughout the webinar, guys. So you have to be proactive. Chetan is saying hello, everyone. So Shirley is the first one. Hey, Shirley, what's up? Again, remain proactive. We're going to be doing a lot of giveaways. Shirley, you win a PitchGround t-shirt. So make sure that you DM me. You just send me your email address in private, and I am going to be sending across. I'm going to be sending across a PitchGround t-shirt for you. So again, it's going to be fastest finger first, guys. So make sure that you stay active. If you're going to go to any other tab, you guys are going to miss out on a lot of giveaways. So with that, let's get started now. And so if you can just share your screen, begin the presentation on Decktopus itself. I think we can.
Yeah, fantastic. For sure. Yeah, actually, my outline is like that. First of all, why I started this project. So the problems in the existing presentation tools. Then I will demonstrate Decktopus. I will show you the edit screen and I will prepare something. Then we'll talk about the feature of Decktopus and how can you use it as a mini website and other stuff. So it is very excited and I'm sharing my screen right now. Yeah, this is, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Can you see it? Okay, great. Hello, everyone. As I said, I started the Decktopus idea in my college years, actually. I had some startup ideas before Decktopus, and I had to create lots of startup pitch as every founders, and I needed to spend lots of time to create them. I tried lots of templates, but it didn't work as well because I have to change something on slide and the old template was breaking. And also I was a student and I had to create presentations for my courses, for my homeworks, and the problem was same. And I thought that why is this so hard? So I need to find something to solve that. Then I started to research about this and I come up with a report of Microsoft. It says that in the report, 30 million presentations are created every day. I saw this number and I shocked because it is a huge number, but I then thought that of course it is a logical number because presentations are in every industry, in education, in sales, in corporate communication, in webinars like this. So yeah, I thought that 30 million, okay, it seems reasonable. But then in the report, it says that 50% of them are insufficient. This is huge. 50 million bad presentations every day, and it costs $250 million. And this is the cost of wasting time of presenter, listeners, the just time cost of the all waste time. So actually, then I started to think that why 50% of them are insufficient, and I just found these options. First, in existing presentation tools, there are too many options. For example, think about the very classic one, PowerPoint. Just blank screen, and you can do anything with this. You can just add anything, any text, animations, images, and you can do everything. But there are lots of options. So you need to be an expert to use these components properly. And it takes too much time to create a beautiful presentation slide. And also, after spending lots of time to create a good presentation, your end product is ineffective if you have not enough design skills or design ability, right? You spend lots of time on it and the end product is not effective. So it is bad. In Decktopus, you don't have to be a designer. You don't have to have design skills because the only thing you need to do is typing your content into blanks. Then Decktopus automatically convert your content into a good looking slide. And I will show how it works in detail after this presentation. And then second problem, in general, presentations are one-way communication channel. For example, right now I'm presenting, right? Or when I send a presentation via link, the receiver just see my presentation, and this is one-way communication. I thought that why it is like that, right? I should do something to interact with receivers. So we added some interactive components like this. For example, if you just hit to this link, decktopus.com PitchGround webinar, you will see this presentation and you will be able to rate me, right? You will be able to rate me, and this creates some kind of interaction during presentation. And also just think that you sent the presentation via link, a sharing link, and you are asking any suggestion about this presentation, or you can embed this presentation into your website and collect any lead info. So this creates interactivity, and instead of one-way communication. You just collect anything from your viewers with Decktopus. And also, this is huge. This is the first time we are announcing this feature. This is we haven't talked about this feature with our own community yet, because we just released this version today. This feature. Normally, presentations are on desktop, right? And this is just statico. You know, when you open it on your mobile phone, even it is just landscape mode. We released the new feature, and this will let us to expand in the sales area hardly. You can view your presentations in responsive on your mobile phone. It means that actually it is kind of website, right? Or let's say if you just open the link I just showed you on your mobile phone, you will see this presentation, these slides responsive. So this is huge, because in this way, you will be able to interact with your viewers on mobile worlds, not just on desktop world. This is huge. So this is the first, Decktopus is the first platform that provides this. Yeah, solution is decktopus.com, more than a presentation tool. Our difference between other presentation tools is obvious, actually. First of all, you don't have to be a designer, because Decktopus automatically convert your content into a good-looking slide. There are tons of different layouts and themes and colors and font options, and also you can upload your own fonts and colors. So you just type and your presentation is ready. It is really fast, because you don't have to think about your design. You just type it and again, it is ready. It is 100 mobile tablet compatible. You can create, edit, and view presentations in any device. This is huge. You can create interactive presentations by adding forms, by embedding your website, and also you can connect your custom domain. So instead of showing app.decktopus.com, you can show your own custom domain, and also it lets you to create a complete sales funnel. You did summarize it very well. You just add something from your sales funnel, right? After you present it, you just show something to get your viewer, get your maybe potential buyer to take action. This is huge, and these are our competitive advantages. And this is our website, and I will show you our demo right from here. And if you have any questions, I don't know, I can answer. So far, so good. What is the link again to view this on mobile? Okay, I'm writing right now.
No, and sorry, I have to interrupt and tell you, man, this is beautiful. I have to tell you, like the UI UX is just gorgeous. You know, like this entire foldering option is one of my favorite feature, because it's so thoughtful that many a times we often forget that we need to organize, right? Sometimes we just need to organize, and something this simple helps us to really keep things so organized. And I think that is really, really well done. So congratulations on the entire UI UX, man. It's just a gorgeous piece of software.
Thanks, Judith. Thank you very much. And after you sign up, you will land on this screen. This is our dashboard. Probably you will have no deck on your dashboard, and you will need to create a presentation. And you can select from templates or create from scratch, let's say templates. There are lots of templates, as I said, in any area, and actually we are adding new templates every week. So we just listen to our customers what they are asking, and we are adding them weekly basis. So you can see lots of them. Or you can, there are also business proposal, online course, education, and we are adding new categories, by the way. So you will see more and more every week. Also, you can create from your existing deck. You can just edit something and duplicate your existing deck and create or make some changes on it, I'll just select one of them, this modern proposal tool. Okay. When you select a template, you will see this edit screen. In the screen, actually, you can change everything. In the very basic value proposition, Decktopus is you just fill in the blanks and Decktopus converts this content into a good looking design. So, for example, this area is our preview screen. So you cannot change anything on this screen. If you want to change this business proposal, let's say, you just click this edit title and write your content here. For example, like this. So when you type your content in the blank, your content is on the preview screen immediately and in a theme and font selection and color. Actually, every content is like this. For example, you want to edit this code, it is the same. You can just change everything. For example, again, I will write text in this time, and this will reflect immediately. This is how we edit text on the Decktopus. Also, you can change everything, as I said. For example, you want to change image. There are two options. First, you can upload an image from your computer, or you can select an image from our libraries. For example, I want to add some dog image in here. There are lots of dog image and cute one, for example. You can just select an image from our library, so you don't have to spend time on Google search and any other areas to find a beautiful photographs. And also you can use GIFs, for example, some cute cats like this. Again, if you just add this, it will appear on your slides. This is how you add images and how you edit text. For example, if you select the template, it will come with pre-filled data. So, for example, you want to edit this audience interest. This is the same, exact same. You cannot change anything on the previous screen. You just click edit icon list and select something. For example, this first item, I just picked this one and I want to change this icon. Again, you will select an icon from our library. Again, I want to write dog here and the dog icons will appear. And when I select this, it will change immediately. This is how we change icons. As I said, this is really easy. This is really straightforward. You just type and Decktopus change everything immediately. For example, I don't wanna use this. I just remove it, and it will adjust the screen immediately. So actually, this is the benefits over using a presentation template. If I'm using a presentation template in a classical presentation tools, I need to adjust something on the slides, right? To show it like this. But in Decktopus, you don't touch any design aspect. So this is how we edit existing slides. But for example, you want to add something else, you just click this plus button and it will open our layout library, and you can select any libraries from here. For example, I will select this one, image list. It will come with a pre-existing data again, and the editing operation is the same. I'll just say something, my item, for example, and it will appear here. As you recognize, I need to scroll down and scroll up to see these changes. If I don't want to do that, if I want to see this the edit section and previous section on the same layout, I just click this focus mode. Focus mode brings everything on a on a single place, and the edit operation is the same. I just change something, for example, again, in the this time city, for example, and I can see changes and preview screen immediately on the same screen. If you want to focus on a content on a slide, you can use this focus mode. But if you want to see overview of your presentation, your funnel, then you can just use this mode. And actually, this is pretty much how you edit content on Decktopus. Let me show you the fantastic feature of Decktopus, form features. This is form feature. Actually, this is pretty much similar to other form tools, but the form is in the slide, so it is fantastic. That's why it's fantastic. You can just, for example, what's your name? You are building your form. So, for example, I want to add rate elements, as I showed before. Rate me right now. And you can select another rate icons here. And there are a couple of other form elements here. Choice one, choice two. What are the choices? Like this, you can use this. And also you can use option list. It is similar again. What are the options? Like this. You just prepare it quickly and it is in your slides. When you share this presentation, your viewer see this presentation in a sharing mode as my previous presentation. And when they fill out this form, you'll receive an email notification and you see the response on your response dashboard. At the end of this demonstration, I will look at the previous responses so I can show the full response dashboard in this way. This is how we edit our content. Actually, everything is similar. You just edit and Decktopus converts it into a good looking presentation. And let me show the other exciting feature, embed website URL. For example, inside the slide, you can embed your website, let's say our website. You can immediately show your content here. Also, you can embed your calendar link, for example. This is amazing. It is like this, I guess. For example, you can add this and just complete your funnel. It depends on your aim, of course, aim of the presentation. And let me show this feature. For example, on this presentation, you just use the same layout over and over again. It might be a boring, so there are options. What are the options? These arrows. When you click these arrows, it will change the direction of the content. So if you need to use the same layout over and over again, you can use these changes. So it might be more effective according to your contents. Also, you can use this swap color feature. So in this way, you can highlight some of your slides in the funnel. In this way, you can get more attraction on that slide. This is what can we do with on the preview screen. Okay, we prepared our content. It is pretty much good, but I don't like this color or theme. What can I do? I can change it in a single place. Again, in classic presentation tools, if you pick a template, you have to go with them, right? Because if you want to change a template, you have to start from scratch. You have to change all content on the new template. In Decktopus, you can change everything in a single place. For example, I want to change color. let's say this is our brand font. Immediately it is applied. Let's say I want to change my color. Again, for example, this one. It changed immediately. For example, I'm changing others. It is applied immediately. So you can select any of them. Also, you can change complete look and feel. For example, right now I am on creative category. There are some other categories also: cheerful, minimal, elegant. It depends on your purpose, right? If you need to give a very serious presentation, you may select minimal or dark mode maybe. But if it is for fun, you can just pick any of them. For example, I'll go with minimal version and select this one, not open one. Okay, it just changed. Every decorations, everything. For example, let me select this one and this one. Everything is changes. Okay, why on this? Yeah, you know, there are some slight variations. If I don't want to show any decorations, I can just select these last two slight variations, so it shows the image full height. But if I want to use some decorations, I can keep it on the first or second variation. It is like that. I can just change everything in a single place. This is how we customize our slides. I just pick a color, theme, or font, and it's applied automatically. Again, I don't have to touch any design part of the presentation. And then this is our slide settings. This is new, the responsive mode. If this is on the off mode, your presentations are seen landscape on the mobile phone. Actually, this is what we are used to use. But if it is on, your presentation, your all slides will be seen responsive, and I will let you see it in the feature. And this is header and footer note. For example, you can use, for example, confidential, right? Then it will add this on every slide. Yeah. Here you can rehearse or add slide notes to your slides. Rehearse mode, actually in the beginning we were focusing on being a great presentation tool, but just presentation modes like TED speaker ones. So we add rehearse mode, and here you can add some time on slides, and you can practice with time and your slide notes. And in this way, you can perfect your presentation here. And also, if you don't want to rehearse, then you just click this show slide notes and write your notes here, and just use these notes to prepare your presentation and slides. It helps you to prepare it. Also, you can export your presentation in PDF and PPT mode. This PPT is non-editable, and PDF also you cannot use links and forms and embed feature because these are static files. That's why we suggest that to use online sharing link. This lets you to use all interactivity, analytics feature, everything. So just share your presentation with online sharing link. And when you click this share button, you just copy this, for example, like this, and share it with anyone. It will open your shared screen. And also you can connect your custom domain here. If you want to embed this presentation into your website, just copy this embed code and paste it to your source code. It will appear on your web page, this presentation. Also, here you can add collaborators on your presentation. So in this way, you can work with your teammates on the same presentation. So you just collaborate. and this is your profile, and I'm on business account, and your settings. You can edit your name and like this. Actually, this is pretty much everything. Let me show you the analytics and response dashboard here. For example, this one was the presentation that I showed you. Here you can see analytics screen. For example, oh great, no one went to the end of it. Great. And responses, let me show responses. No responses. Great, guys. You are interacting very good. I'm sure at the end of this webinar, there will be some responses, right? And also, this is our folders. You can create new folder here, and you can move any of your presentation easily like this. You just click this 3 dots, move to button, and just move your presentation to the folder. These are actually pretty much everything. If you just start to use it, you will immediately use every functionalities, I guess, because it is really easy. Yeah, this is the end of the demonstration, actually. There are some questions and there are lots of chat messages. Okay, I'm looking at Q&A.
So don't worry about the questions, man. I've been answering them, and at the same time, I'll be reading them out.
Okay.
But guys, I hope you're enjoying the presentation so far and you're liking the product. I think Decktopus is really very hot. I think there are some of the things that you can probably like take advantage of. First one is, again, increase the sales. You have one tool right under for everything that's required. You can send out the links, you can do your presentations. And also at the same time, there is a lot of amazing default sort of templates available that you can utilize, right? From marketing to like pitch deck and everything. And Noyan, like a quick question, like how often do you guys update the templates? Like how often you are adding like new templates all the time?
Actually, we are adding them weekly basis. We are adding, actually it depends on the requests, because sometimes we get same requests, but sometimes we have lots of different template requests. So actually I can say that 10 maybe. In terms of content, we are trying to add as much as possible. In terms of design, we are adding 1 or 2 in a monthly basis, 1 or 2 design. But in terms of content, let's say, what is content? There are lots of content templates here. We are adding 10 or 15 templates every week, every 2 weeks.
Wow, that's
like this.
incredible. 15 templates a week. That's what, like 60 templates a month, man. That's freaking crazy. Like at this point of stage, I think it's really getting hard. I think you guys, if you have any suggestions as well, feel free to like reach out to them via chat, tell them that, hey, you're looking for like this kind of a template, and they can like sort of like make it go live. Again, guys, don't miss it out. It's a freaking no-brainer, right? You can literally make this money back in your first deal. Like even if you're sending 10 cold outreach emails and you land 1 or 2 demo calls, usually closure rates are like pretty high on demo calls. Right away you close and you have the tool paid off right away, because usually your deals are going to be around like several hundred or thousands of dollars. It gets paid off, and again you can utilize it. I think one of the, again, critical stats are the analytics, but my favorite feature out of all of them is the ability to implement and add a JavaScript code. And I think that is a game changer. So Noyan, do you think like you can add some sort of like a JavaScript code or something? I'll quickly like give you, let's say, my Calendly link so that we can just show people how incredible. That's a very thoughtful feature. So I think there was also one question that was being asked by someone that, hey, can we add any sort of like JavaScript code for chats? Definitely you can. What you can do is, let's say any of the live chats that you're using, everyone today provides you with a JavaScript code. All you have to do is just go, instead of on the last page where you often say like, hey, please get in touch with me, instead of giving them the email, just add the live chat there itself. So this way your leads will not have to go to their email client and then write an email to you. They can write you there and there. And again, this friction, the more you reduce the friction for anyone, the higher would be your chances for sales. always remember that. So that's one thing. If you remember, you are going to improve your closure rate by at least a minimum of 10%. And trust me, this is how we have to work on CRO. This is how we have to work on conversions all the time, because just getting new leads all the time is not the right approach for any businesses. And that's not how you can really scale up. You have to figure out, if you have 100 leads in the pipeline, how can you go up to 20, 30, 40% conversion, rather than saying, hey, let's get another 100 leads, let's get another 1,000 leads. That should never be the approach, because the lesser the leads, the better the conversion, the better you have optimized your pitch. And that is how you will start scaling up. You should always look into how you can like add in that extra 2-3%, because those small minute gaps, once you start filling up, it increases the chances of getting more sales. So again, we're going to be taking up some questions in just a moment. Meanwhile, I'm trying to load my calendar. It's probably taking a little longer. Meanwhile, while I get the script, let's take up.
By the way, you are right, Judith. That's why we say that Decktopus completes your sales funnel, really. When you just leave your viewer at the end of the presentation, like email us today, just that, the conversion rate will be very low. But if you just insert a form, or as you said, insert a calendar link, a calendar page, actually, not link, calendar page, or any of your live chat, then, okay, the viewer will say that, oh, okay, interesting. Yeah, great service. Yeah, pricing is suitable for me. Okay, just fill out the form. But otherwise, okay, open the mail provider, think about the subject, think about the email, and okay, never mind. Then the conversion will drop. So that's why, yeah, this is complete sales funnel. And actually, as I said, after demonstration, I want to talk about the feature of Decktopus a little bit. And actually, it is related to sales funnel again, and also related to our mobile responsivity. Should I go, or should I answer these?
No. So I think I was just waiting for you to like complete the answer.
Okay.
So firstly, Shirley, Tony, thank you so much, guys, for buying in. I do see like more people buying in. So thank you so much for all your support. We really appreciate it, guys. Again, take advantage of the +1 offer. It's going to end as soon as the webinar ends. So please take an advantage. Do not wait. There's going to be no extensions. Please take advantage of that. The +1 offer is on right now, guys. So let's move on to the first question. The question is from Ma. Ma is asking, how does collaboration with others work?
How does it work? It is easy. You just invite them via their email address, and if they are a Decktopus user, they just include it to your presentation. If they are not, they sign up to Decktopus. They need to have a valid license. So whether they have a lifetime subscription or normal, regular, monthly, or annual subscription, they need to have a subscription. So they just change anything. You can give them read-only permission or read and edit permission. So in this way, you maybe
show that, Noyan, like just go to one of the presentations.
Sure.
The share button.
For example, sure. For example, the presentation I just gave you, you need to click this Add Collaborators button, and here you just type any email address you want to add. For example, you did at PitchGround.com. I just edit. You can select can view and edit or can view. If I select can view, Judith will see my presentation but cannot edit. If I select can view and edit, then just open this editor and change anything he wants. This like this. For example, I give him can view access and invite him. And like this, I can see our collaborators here, show users. For example, Alari is our community manager. We prepared this presentation together. So she is here. And also Judith pending invitation. If Judith creates a Decktopus account or accept this invitation, then he will be able to edit this presentation. And the most common question we get, if you add someone as a collaborator, he or she can only access this presentation, not all of your presentation. So someone is a collaborator, or she or he can access only one presentation. That is, you add it as a collaborator. If I just add Udit to any other presentation, then he can access my other presentations.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that a brief answer, Noyan. Again, I think this is very similar to how Google Doc sort of works.
Yes,
The permission setting is very similar, so that it makes it a lot more easy for you to sort of understand. So I hope that answers your question. My next question is, can you add your own PPT or PDF and then make changes? I think that's a great question.
Our PPT or PDF means importing them into Decktopus.
Yeah, correct. So you're able to like import a PPT or a PDF and edit.
No, unfortunately, because as you saw, we have some edit screens, right? Editors, but you cannot add any item you want. You just pick from layout. So it is not possible to convert every PPT to Decktopus. So no, but if you have a great PowerPoint, you just purchase a template, but you wanna merge these functionalities like forms or embed calendar, etc., you can add them into Decktopus as an image. So you cannot change anything on them, but you can use the same brand colors here. For example, you can just add your brand colors similar to your existing PowerPoint template. So it will be seen as the same templates. So there will be some images. These are your PowerPoint. And at the end of the PowerPoint, you can add form or embed slide or any other interactive elements. So you may be using this like this.
Awesome. Great. The next question is coming from Eric. I hope that answers your question, Aditya. Next question is coming from Eric. Eric is asking, what is the difference between the business plan and the create proposal plan on the deal?
Business plan and?
Yeah, the create proposal plan on Decktopus.
Actually, there's no difference. We just made it to be more clear. Why proposal? Because you can add forms, you can add some calendar or any embed interaction. But for example, plan A doesn't include all of these interactivity or other functionality. It is our pro plan actually, and there is no interactive functionalities. But there is no difference between proposal and business plans. Just name.
Awesome. So usually like these plans includes like some to-do work. Generally what happens is most of the SaaS companies, what they do is they kind of like do and offer to-do services as well. And that's usually what really happens. So thank you so much, Tony, for your support. He just got plan B. Guys, again, take advantage of it. It's one heck of a tool, right? I'm literally not kidding. Like you guys can see, just build out your presentation from one of the templates. And again, if you have any template suggestions, these guys are pushing 60 templates a month. Like that's 2 templates a day. February was 28 days. So that's more than 2 templates a day. That's incredible, guys. Like, again, take advantage of this. In just a month or 2 months of time, you guys will be flooded with hundreds of templates to pick from, to a point where I think you can probably offer like making pitch deck as a service or slide as a service or presentation as a service, charge a few hundreds of dollars, just come in, replace the contents for 1 hour of work, you end up getting paid $200, $300. I feel like that's pretty no-brainer. Like even if you start like a small side hustle, I always say one thing: no matter the business that you're running, always run a side hustle. Always run a side hustle, because it just keeps you engaged. It keeps your mind going on. And it just keeps you engaged, right? So start something small, set up a landing page, run some ads, get some leads, and offer them the service. Do it over the weekends, 2 hours, 3 hours a day, or 3 hours or 4 hours a weekend. That's it. That's 16 hours a weekend. You can pretty much end up making about a couple of $1,000 every single month. Again, guys, take advantage of this. If you're already running agency or anything, this is again absolutely no brainer. Everyone sells, right? Every single person sells. Please take advantage of this. Tony said, I just tried Octopus and it's really good. I was using SlideBean and this absolutely agree with you. I was a SlideBean user. I would not lie. But the moment Oscar showed me this and I saw the Calendly link, that was my point. Like I was sold, like that was the core value proposition for me, because for me, I always ensure that how can we create as much frictionless process as possible between the lead and the customer. How can we reduce that time? And that frictionless process is so very important in order to sell more. Because when people see they are in a certain mindset, and if they can book a call with you then, there and there, the chances are that your conversions are going to go up. This is usually the sales mentality, right? You read any book, you watch any video, they're going to talk about the same thing. Remove the frictions as much as possible. So when the user is in a flow, right, they are not bothered about their phone call, they're not bothered about SMSs. You have their undivided attention for the next few minutes. Now, your slides and all the information in your slide also needs to be important, by the way, right? So Decktopus is not going to do that magically for you. But again, the designs and everything are so beautiful. Put up the right templates, put up the right information. Once you do that, again, make sure that you go in a flow and use something like Calendly, guys, or any other tool that will help you to create that frictionless process. If you can add a live chat, do that. Again, guys, take advantage of that. So the next question is coming in from us. So if I buy plan D right now, you're going to give me plan F for free? No, Ma. So if you buy plan D, you get another plan D for free. So whatever plan you buy. So if you buy plan F, you get another plan F. If you buy plan A, you get another plan A. So the bigger the purchase, the bigger the reward. The smaller the purchase, the smaller the reward. Everyone gets reward. Everyone wins in the end. So thank you so much, Eric. Again, use that Calendly link option. It works like a charm. I'm telling you guys. And again, there are duplicate options. So if you want to use like the same slides over different people and just do a bit of personalization, you can even do that. So I do have one suggestion, Noyan, if we can sort of add that, if possible, maybe add a personalization feature in one slide where maybe in the URL itself, we can add like, let's say question mark name is equal to Noyan. And then inside the template, we can potentially add like that custom field, right? Like first name or name, and it gets pulled up from the URL itself. Do you think something like that would be possible?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is logical feedback. Yeah, we can consider it. And this also creates.
I have not seen anyone doing this. And if you just add like, hey, Noan, this proposal is for you, I feel like, oh my God, I feel like this is built for me rather than just a template being downloaded and sent to me, because no one is doing this at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, there are few seconds to decide whether should I continue with this tag or not. So if you can catch in these seconds, so it will bring higher conversion rates. So yeah, if we just include some name of our potential buyer, of course it will increase our conversion rates. If we can repeat it during the presentation, it will of course increase our conversion rates, follow rates, and at the end of the presentation, hopefully increase the total conversion rate. And yeah, this is logical. It is possible. Yeah.
Perfect. So Tony, this is not a webinar tool. This is a presentation tool. So you can create beautiful looking presentation. You can add and implement a lot of JavaScripts. You have all the templates available. Just click, edit, move on. That's all you have to do. You can send out the direct links to people. You can either set them up. You have the complete option. So it is a complete presentation tool, or you can say it's built for you to sell more, right? So anytime you're doing any sort of presentation, hop on the call. You can do all of the demos and everything. You can use any of the presentation software. It doesn't matter. When I think presentation, I'm talking about the call software, right? You can use any of them. You get them on a call, or you can just send them the link. Now, the beauty is that when you're sending a link of any of the proposals via email, you can also track the analytics. And that is, again, a very critical feature for you. So I hope that answers your question. So James is asking, why would I need the +1 code? So James, what we do internally at PitchGround is that our sales team have got a different code and different account, and we are using a different account because we do create like a lot of pitch decks, investors deck, and a lot of other things, right? So we just want to keep it in a very separate account where only the management has access to. And we want to like keep it more organized that way, where we are creating only the stuff that we need. And then we have one account for our sales team. So our sales team like can do whatever they want. They create whatever presentation they want. They keep on split testing the presentation. Again, that's another suggestion I want to give you guys, that one of the things that you can do additionally on top of this is create multiple small variations, right? Again, this tool makes it easy. So when I say that, what I'm talking about is split testing. Split testing is very important. So let's say that in one of the slides, you can change something, and then you can show another slide to someone else. This saves you a lot of time doing all of those things at the same time, right? Again, it's few clicks away, you're done. So you want to spend more time selling, you want to spend more time on creating and editing. Always remember that. So your majority of the time should get on a call and offer your services to your clients and just sell them. The next question is from Rakul. Great question, Noyan. What's the difference between Decktopus and SlideBean? So firstly, SlideBean is not on lifetime deal. Decktopus is as a first.
Yeah, actually, yeah. But the main difference between us and them, we provide interactivity, guys. Okay, you can create presentations, you can buy anything, right? You can buy a presentation template, but in Decktopus, first, if you change something, if you add your content, Decktopus automatically convert it into a good looking presentation. This is first, this is our main value proposition. But then you can add any interactive elements, like form elements, like your calendar booking page, your online chat page. So in this way, you can prepare a sales funnel, complete sales funnel. For example, you prepare a service proposal, right? Or a deck about your business, your service. Your viewer will see your cover page. Okay, for example, X service. Okay, our testimonials, interesting. Our pricing page, our plans, interesting. Let's send me your email, just form. The viewer immediately fill out the form and send to the email address. This is complete funnel. Or book a demo date, for example, within the same presentation. This is complete funnel. So actually, the main difference, first, Decktopus easily includes interactivity elements, and this is a complete sales funnel, creates sales funnel easily, beautiful, quick sales funnel creator. You can think like that.
Absolutely. So I hope that answers your question. And again, more than that, I was an SlideBean customer. I'd used that pretty aggressively. And one thing I would like to say is that they have stopped adding templates since many months, I would say. I think it's been over a year since they added any templates. A lot of good templates, they've actually removed it at the same time. Again, I have been a user for them since a long time. So those are the challenges that I saw. And again, the overall UI UX of Decktopus is a lot simpler than SlideBean. If you just log in and just compare both the sort of platforms right next to each other, just use this platform for 5 minutes and use that platform for 5 minutes, make a decision for yourself right away. But again, more than that, it's not available on a lifetime deal regardless, right? So, and we know how much you guys love that. So even if you compare the product on side, this will give you a much better experience. But more than that, it lets you add the ability to interact with your customers right inside the presentation itself, which is absolutely incredible. So there is one question coming in, Noyan. Is there any sort of way to set up a custom domain by any chance? So instead of having app.decktopus.com, I can have, let's say, proposal.odit.com for an example.
Sure. You can add up to 5 custom domain. Let me show you how can you do that. Here, for example, you just click the share button. This is our default sharing link, but if you want to add your custom domain, you just click this connect your custom domain. You can select your list, or you can add new one. You just type suggest you to type subdomain like proposal dot, for example, pitchground.com. You just continue and add the DNS setting to your DNS provider, and this deck will be connected to your own custom domain. And you can use the same custom domain with your other presentation. For example, this will give you proposal.pitchground.com/ some unique sharing key, but on other presentation tools, you can use again proposal.pitchground.com/ some unique key. So in this way, you can connect the same subdomain to your every presentation, just giving some like this share key. And also you can change this share key when you connect your custom domain.
Absolutely. So, Noyan, I'm just sending you my JavaScript code for Calendly. Let's just add that and show people how beautiful it looks. I've just sent you code inside Zoom chat itself. So you can just copy and paste it. So we can actually show people that this is what sold me on Decktopus. Like this for me was a killer feature that I have personally not seen anywhere. And again, it just makes it so easy, right? I don't have to be like a genius to do it. I don't have to be a genius, right? I just want to go out there and start selling. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm good at. And that's what I enjoy. And this tool just lets me do that, lets me focus on what I'm really good at. So let's just quickly add in like one of our.
Okay, there are two ways to do that. First, you can use embed codes slide tool. This actually the thing is, this is easier, embed website URL. With this, let me show this first. You just need to add the link. For example, let me insert the link here.
So let's just add, so I think let's just add the Decktopus sales page deal itself and show people.
Just like this.
Oh, just like beautiful. This. Love that.
Just embed your website. You can make it full screen.
Can we just quickly expand that?
Sure. Okay, sorry. For example, like this, and I'll make it bigger screen.
This is what I'm talking about, guys.
For example, you are presenting your service, only desktop version, etc. Solution is PitchGround, for example, and free 15-minute discovery call. This is what we are talking about, actually.
So guys, this is what I was referring to earlier. This is my favorite feature out of everyone. Maybe like just click 9 or something so that we can ensure and tell people like it's not some sort of a screenshot, guys. As you can see, it works, right? Again, this is so very handy. I'm telling you guys, you will increase your conversion rate by almost 10% just by adding this, because you're removing a complete friction. People don't have to go back on any sort of email, then write an email. You don't want all of those hassles. You don't want to give your leads all of these hassles, right? Just close then and there. Simple. They are in a flow right now. So that's the best opportunity. Or maybe we can also add this second URL just to show people, because this is something that we have been like experimenting and seeing a lot of success. No, and I've just given the Decktopus link. So maybe we can add that as well. Yes, Mehul, you can still take advantage of 1+1 right while we are still on there. Shimobi, yes, there will be a recording available. All of the recordings are going to go live over the weekends. As you can see, guys, right away, this entire deal is embedded right inside the presentation, as you can see. This just makes it so much more easier. Tony is asking, can the presentation be automatic pre-recorded? Tony, it's a presentation. So all of the things, whenever you send the link, it's sort of pre-recorded. Like it's all automated. People are going to go through the slides at their own pace. You can add whatever you want. You can add YouTube videos. You can add anything you want, like literally anything. The possibility is endless. As Elara was saying, you can just record a quick video using Zoom, or you can use Loom quickly to just quickly record these slides, and you can just send across the video to someone. There is also a recording voice feature right inside over here. You can do that. Even that's incredible, so that you can explain every single of this. So maybe you can quickly record for that slide that, hey, grab an opportunity to buy. Like we can record something and show people.
Sure, but you may not hear this because I'm sharing my screen. But
let's figure it out. Let's see.
hey guys, just buy this deal. Amazing. Just like this, and it will be uploaded. And also, if you want, you can upload your MP3 voice.
So I think this is where, guys, what you can do is when you are implementing your Calendly link, right? You can record a video that, hey, you were incredible and we would love to get on a call with you. Just hit that date button and record your preferred time. Let's get on a call and let us help you grow your business. That's it. Something that simple on a Calendly link, and you close them. Guys, this is how you do these. This is how you close them. Again, there are more questions coming in, so let's just go ahead. I seen him per account or per slideshow. It's per account, ma. Can I clone or sublimate a slideshow? Definitely, you can do that. Just quickly answer these. Again, the next question is: are there variables which I can manage one time, then it shows and updates on every slide? Great question, Noyan. Are you planning any sort of like global blocks by any chance?
What was it? Can you repeat it again?
So basically what Ma is asking is, usually a lot of time we create global blocks, right? So for example, let's say that my fifth slide is common across 8 different presentations. And I create a global block, right? Now, instead of adding a manual block, I'll just add a global block and mark it as global block. So let's say that I'm gonna keep on
favorites,
adding
like favorites, right? Favorites layouts.
You call it favorites. You can call it favorites, but whenever you make a change to any of the global block, it changes across to all of the slides. I'm not just talking about this presentation. Like let's say I have
master slide, like master slides.
Yeah, that's what is known as a global block usually in there. So I think this can be a very good feature, to be very honest with you.
Yeah. It's a great feature. Yeah, guys, you can just ask these feature requests via this blue button. We are just adding them to our backlog, and we are just implementing and delivering it. This is a great feature. Yeah, actually, today we just received similar requests. So this is logical, and we can do it easily, actually. So it is a good feature. Yeah. By the way, you can do this. It is not the exact same thing, but for example, you are using the same slides on every presentation. You can just create a presentation including these slides and call it my favorites, and you can add these slides from here. For example, copy from another existing deck, so you can add some slides from your other slides. So you can use it like this until we release the feature we talked about. Yeah,
perfect.
I think good feature.
What we can possibly do, you can to make it a lot more easier, you can probably add like a star option on one of the slides. The moment we do that, right away that's marked as global. So now anytime you use that slide, by default it will be global. If you make it unglobal, then you can make the changes. But then if you make it global, it will update all of the global. We can just have like a modal, something saying that, hey, it will update your master if you make this global because you've already unglobaled it. So I think something like this can be really very handy.
Yeah, it is very logical.
Awesome. James is asking, I really need need one user. Is PitchGround Plan B the best choice? Do additional feature comes in? No, absolutely not, James. Getting all the features. Plan B has got a certain number of users. If you have higher team, if you are going to be selling it, if you have a lot more salespeople, if you're going to plan to add more salespeople, then I think you would need a higher plan. If not, then Plan B is going to be more than sufficient. But if you're someone who thinks you're going to add and grow your business, then Plan F is idle because it's unlimited. I know how obsessed you guys are with unlimited plans. Again, we had to fight Noyan to get that plan for you guys. Now it's all up to you guys to make the decision, right? So again, take advantage. If you think you're just 1 or 2 man army, then you don't need to go ahead with a very higher plan at that stage. Again, let's move on. There are more questions coming in, guys. Again, guys, keep pouring your questions. Take advantage of the deal. +1 is on right now. I'm going to go up just a bit. Again, if you can please leave all your questions on the QA section instead of chat, I think we'll be able to like make sure that all of the questions are covered. So I'm going to move on to the next question. Um, are there some kind of a cat button to jump to specific slides so viewer can choose different conditional paths depending on his choice?
Um, no, but it is on our roadmap actually, because it is also requested too many times. Yeah, this is logical. For example, we prepared a deck and there's a selection A or B. If I select A, I jump to some specific slide. If I select B, then I just another slide. This is on our roadmap, but right now, no.
Awesome. So I hope that answers your question. Next one is from Brittany. Can you show the focus button one more time?
Sure, this is too easy. For example, here, enter focus mode to the right side of the slide. When you click on it, you just see it bigger screen, and you can edit as well, like this. And if you want to turn back, just click back to edit page. And this is our overview.
Awesome. So I hope, Brittany, that answers your question. We move on to Naresh. How the data getting captured for forms? So Naresh, you have to use any of the third-party tools that allows you to add data, add forms. So you can use Google Form. Once you have created your form, just implement and use the embed link strategy and just add the link. Done, you're sorted. So that's how you can do that. But generally, what I would recommend is if you're using form, again, be very smart that use it as a sales engine, right? So your question should be more around, now that you have watched the slides, how can we help you, right? Try to get more data about that business and then try to get them on a call at the same time. And once they have filled the form, right, make sure that you take them to the next slide with your calendar. Again, make sure you guys get them and make them book a call. That is very, very, very important. Shirley, take it.
Also, you can use your built-in form feature. You can, of course, use third-party form, but also Decktopus forms you can use.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. Surely take advantage of that. If you need plan B right now, do it right now because you get +1 on plan B if you get it right now. If you do it post the webinar, you're not going to get plan B +1 for plan B. You're going to get +1 for plan A. So please take advantage of that. So I hope that answers your question, Naresh. How many custom domains are available? Wong, as Noyan was mentioned, I think it's 5, Noyan?
Yes, 5.
Perfect. Does all plan allow for collaboration? Yes, Tony. Depending upon the permission settings, it allows you to collaborate. Moving on to the next one. We have a team of 75 and about 8 creators. Which plan should I buy? BJ, right away, I think plan F is built for you. Unlimited, I hope your team grows to 500 tomorrow. So you are still not going to pay more. I think that's a no-brainer plan. Take advantage of plan F right away. And what you can do is you can split them between 2 teams because you do get +1. So plan F is what you need to get. Again, get it right now. +1 is still on. Take advantage of that, guys. So I hope that answers your question, BJ. I'm going to move on to
Judith,
Chimiobi.
by the way, I forgot to mention about this slide type also. I saw on chat, I guess. You can also, guys, use call to action buttons on
That's
the
beautiful.
presentation. For example, you don't want to use calendar or form, but you just get them to take action to press button. So you just use this layout and, for example, purchase button, maybe your payments page, you can redirect them. So you just need to use this button to get them to take action. So yeah.
By the way, guys, you can also be very smart, right? Instead of just using the buy button over here, which will take the user outside, right? What you can do is you can just build a link on Stripe and just add the Stripe URL itself using the embed option. So this way, people are on a flow and they can make the payment to you right away. So again, you can be very creative in terms of doing that. Again, guys, this is where it really shines. This is where it really differs from rest of the entire tool. So this is what makes Decktopus unique, Chimiobi. It helps you to make more money. It helps you to convert better, right? So if you want better conversion, start using it. Simple. We're going to move on to the next question. It's from Rakul. Can we collect lead details, including custom fields, before someone views the presentation?
Can we collect lead details, including custom fields, before someone views the presentation?
Yeah. So for example, like let's say I will send the link, it will first grab the name and email, and then it will start the presentation from there.
Yeah. Let me show this. We have a lead magnet feature for this. For example, let me make the first slide this, and what's your for example, webinar contents. Let me say, delete this, and what's your email? And in settings options, I just go to the settings, and form submitting is required. If I turn this on, the viewer cannot see the remaining slides until submitting this form. So this is, I think, what Rakul is mentioning, right?
No,
actually we call this.
No, you're gonna make me buy a plan F after showing this.
Yeah. Okay, this is lead magnet feature, right?
Oh, awesome. Is there also a way, Noyan, that you can add one more feature over here, that unless and until they fill this, they cannot go on slide 2 at all? Can we add like some sort of a feature where in the form itself, when we're using this lead nugget feature, we add a small checkbox saying that make it required, like a small required check button, that they will only be able to move to the next slide if they fill this form. So this way, like, it becomes beautiful and people just cannot slide away without filling the form.
Like this, please fill out the form.
No. So here right now, I can still move on to the second slide without filling the form at the moment.
Yeah, like this, for example.
Yes, but again, what I'm saying is that right now, if you expand slide 1, I can just skip on filling the details.
No, you cannot skip.
Oh, okay.
Let me show it again. Here. If you just turn this on, it shouldn't be allowed to continue to next slides.
Yeah, I think it's probably showing you because you are on your own slide. That's why.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna work for the user. It's working because you're on your own slide.
Yeah. You're right. Normally, in the sharing mode, probably I should need that. There might be a bug, of course, but let me try it. Here, I shouldn't go to the next slide. For example, okay, I don't want to submit this, but I want to move it. Let me see.
Perfect. Love this. So Rakul.
No, form is required.
There you go, Rakul. So I hope this sorts out. You can just make the first slide at the form slide, and without. Oh, I think this is where, Noyan, what you can do is, I was just talking about that personalization feature, right? I think what you can do is that in the form itself, we can collect the name and email, and then we can create some couple of custom fields like their company name, right? And then that custom field can be used across here. So for example, here I can just simply say that hello, first name, and then whatever first name entered, it will just show up that first name over here. And I think this personalization feature, I would buy again right away, because when someone tells me hello Udit or hello Noyan, you just feel greeted right away. You feel like this is built for you.
Yes, yes, right. Great. Just
guys,
add it down.
Feature is gonna go live, guys. Get ready, it's gonna get hotter. I'm telling you guys. Okay, let's move on to the next. I hope you're getting amazing feedbacks, man.
Yeah, cool, very cool.
Awesome. So we'll move on. Please, would you record this meeting? Yes, Chimobi, this session is recorded. It's gonna go live on YouTube by the end of the week. Mehul is create plan on PitchGround, same as business plan on their website. I am all this absolutely zero difference. It's just different name. That's it. This was already covered previously. Tony, to get all features of Decktopus, including name, one should apply plan B. And does plan B include? Yes, Tony, you have to get plan B. And if you need more users, then you can go up to plan F, which is unlimited users. Moving on to the next question. It's from Parvesh. In case I have more bullet points than one provided in the template, can we add from our own site? Definitely, Parvesh, you have a full like customization option. You can add whatever you want. Like you can build your slides. The templates just saves you a lot of time, basically. Next question. If I use a built-in form functionality, will all the users have access to the data collected? This is a great question, Noyan.
Will all users have access? All users means collaborators. If collaborators, yes, everyone can access this data.
Is it
only
possible?
If they are collaborators?
Is it possible to maybe add some settings that the data is only accessible to the owner of the account? Like we add like a small checkbox option, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Actually, if you select can only view permission, they cannot see your answers, but they cannot edit as well. So this is also logical. One more permission.
Yeah, I think we just need to add that ownership. So whoever is the owner of the account has that option. So I think we let the owner decide whether the data should be accessible to the rest of the team or not. So Tony, we have taken that back, and we should be making that live pretty soon for you. Again, we'll move on to some of the chat questions. Same with live webinar, any integration plans? Edward, what sort of an integration are you looking for? Because if you can be a little more specific, because if you can share your use case, then integration makes it a lot more easier, or else it's kind of like a very broad term where we don't know what are you really looking for in terms of integration. Like what are you looking for data in, you're looking for data out? If you're looking for data out, what software are you looking for the data to go out? If you're looking for any data in, then what sort of a data are you looking to in? If you can just write down in the chat below, or you can just hit the intercom button and just like talk to them over there. It'll just make it easier for them to understand what integrations are you looking for. Tony's asking, I use Big Marker for presentation and webinar. How does Decktopus would help or replace Big Marker? Tony doesn't replace his Big Marker. Big Marker is a video streaming or webinar platform. Decktopus is a presentation, sales presentation software. So you can simply just put up your custom domain. Once you have built a slide, you can just send it across to your leads. That's it, right? They would go through it. You can sell them. You can, if you're making a pitch deck for your investors, you can do that, right? The more they see, you would also be able to track whether they're seeing the slides or not, analytics, a lot of those things you can view. So Big Marker and Decktopus are a completely different tool. Like they're poles apart, like they're not together. But in fact, you can build your presentations on this. And when you're using Big Marker, you can actually share your screen and share your entire presentation built on Decktopus. So I hope that answers your question. They're saying, got it. Plan B, of course, on my partner account. Great, Aditya, congratulations. James is saying, I just picked up plan B. Is the BOGO offer automatic, or is a double offer automatic, or do I need to do something follow up? James, you don't have to do anything as soon as the refund period is over. It's going to get credited to your account within +7 days right away. It's sometimes +3 days, +4 days. Usually within a week, it gets credited to your account and you're going to get an email for that. So you don't have to do anything. Am I saying I did it? I just went all in with plan F. How do I get the second free one? Ama, again, like I said, as soon as the refund period is over, it gets credited to your account right away. We have the emails, we have the people who have bought it during the webinar. So you don't have to do anything on your end. Alara, it was saying custom forms are best for Phoebes because you can make it required. Oh, I think this is a great use case that Alara has shared. So guys, I think this is another thing that you can do is if you're pretty active on social media, you can also use it as a lead magnet, right? So prepare all of your stuffs over here inside the slide and have the first slide where now they have to fill the form. Now, usually what happens is that if you use this, the chances of you getting a higher conversion is a lot higher because people are already in a flow. And when people are in a flow, they want things right away. So this is another way you can use is as a lead magnet. So I'm creating a lot of contents. So very soon you would start seeing that a lot of things that I share across, I'll probably ask you guys to fill the form before you get access to it. So again, that's another great use case. You can use it as a lead magnet as well. Create the forms. Again, you have your custom domain, so you don't have to worry about any sort of Decktopus branding or anything. You can just go out there and you can just start selling, start getting leads right away. If you're active on social media, you can do something like, hey, you can get access to how my sales flow look like. For example, I can have a form, people would fill in, and then they would get the details. So again, you can use it as a lead magnet right away without needing or requiring any other tool out there. Again, keep the flow very simple for people, and if they remove frictions. Shirley originally she bought Plan B. Congratulations, Shirley, on buying Plan B. Parvesh is saying, in case I have more bullet points, I think we have already answered this, Parvesh. Um, then let's see. We have more questions coming in. My thing, loving the tool and this deal. Thanks. I now see Octopus as a sales tool. Definitely, it's a hardcore sales tool, but more than that, it's also, guys, a lead magnet tool. Like I said, I have shared the use case, right? If you guys are active on social media anywhere, in a group, Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere, right? If you see anyone asking for any sort of information, get your entire pitch deck ready. Now, your first slide is going to be a form slide where you're getting the details. Now, we have already spoken to Noyan, and he's soon going to add the personalization feature. That is, when you add the first name, you would be able to personalize it. So if I enter, it's going to say, hey, Udit. If Noyan enters, it will say, hey, Noyan. So that use case is going to come in very soon. Now, the moment you have shared a lead magnet, in your last slide, add your Calendly link. So now right away, you have turned your entire lead into a hot lead in just 5 minutes without getting on a call, by the way. And if you can turn any sort of like lead to a hot lead in just 5 minutes, that's where you really make money. So your pipeline, and again, you'll be able to see all the analytics where people are dropping. So if you see that a lot of people are dropping on slide 6 after a week, something is wrong with your slide 6. Go and replace your slide 6 right away, guys, because there is something wrong. Like either like people are not interested, or there is something wrong. Change those slides, right? Just change them. So no, and there's one more suggestion I have. Is it possible to maybe build an inbuilt A/B split testing feature inside this?
Yeah, it might be.
So for example, you have the same UI, right? Now what we can do is we can add a plus option, and right below this, right, we can create a B version, C version, D version, like right below it. So you don't have to change the UI at all at any point of stage. So now what I'm going to do is that in my next slide, I am just going to add a few more lines somewhere. So this way it will split test between the content, and this way I'll be able to see like whether slide A in the second slide is getting me more views and it is leading to slide C, or whether 2.B is leading to the next slide more. So this way I would be able to kind of like test it out. And I think we will be able to prepare that perfect pitch that will help us to improve further. What do you think about this idea?
Yeah, cool. Amazing idea. Actually, in this way, as you said, we can see the drops. We can then improve the funnel. Yeah, overall, this is optimization problem, right? So we need to see the problems and we just need to optimize it. So this is amazing request, I think. Yeah, this might be very cool.
Awesome, guys. A/B split testing inside Decktopus is coming. No one has this. Not even Google Slides, not Microsoft Doc. No one, guys. I think this is going to be one heck of an idea, because I've been wanting this feature from someone since so long, and I have to like get Noyan. Now I think Noyan is going to add that. I think this is gold mine for a sales guy. I'm telling you guys, because we don't know how to do split test now. I no longer have to create like 10 different decks and send it to 10 different people. I can just create one and I can split test. I think this feature alone is going to be a game changer. Again, guys, this is the reason why, like founders like Noyan, like they come in, we do all of these webinars because we get these feedbacks. We come up with some incredible ideas because we know there is a lot of gaps, how we can improve the tool and how we can take it to a whole new level. So again, guys, I hope you're really enjoying it so far. Tony's saying one suggestion is to save locally the name and other personalization details so that it will remember name if user visits the presentation again. What do you think about that, man?
Might be cause then we need to actually the viewer should give access to send local information to their computer when they view the deck. But of course, we can study on this. Logical, of course, logical. For example, they visited the deck, then again, I'll think about this. Then they visited and it will just welcome to the viewer. Hey, Noyan, welcome again, for example. This is, of course, great idea.
I think what I would recommend, Noyan, is not to use cookies, but instead use local storage when you're building this, because the chances are that if people clear out their cookie, that will be lost. But when it's in local storage, generally, like, you need to create and clear everything, right, in order to create and clean up your local storage. So my recommendation is that because we at PitchGround as well, we use local storages for everything inside the browser instead of using cookie, and that helps a lot in general.
Yeah,
So,
again, great idea.
Yeah. Rakul is saying, can we buy a $90 plan and get upgraded? No, Rakul, the deal is for 1+1, so you cannot stack them under the same account, because there is no stacking options. You just buy the plan and you add that one plan inside your account. So I hope that answers your question. Again, guys, the 1+1 offer is still on. We're going to be wrapping up the offer in next 3 minutes. Take advantage of that. Mohammed, I've just dropped the link inside the chat. Once again, just have a check. Here is the 1+1 deal offer. There you go. I've just sent you as well. Again, guys, let me just quickly share my screen. Just a moment. Okay, there you go. Just shared my screen, guys. Again, just head to Decktopus, grab whatever plans you want, and right away you will be able to get the +1. Like plan B, if you're just one user, if you think you're going to expand, plan C is idle for you. But to be very honest with you, plan D is really idle, because eventually, as you start making more sales from Decktopus itself, you'll start feeling that you should have bought plan D in general. So plan D is really idle. That's how we have kept the pricing. Again, just one deal away from paying this off. That's it, just one deal. Even if you end up using it as a lead magnet, and if you end up getting lead sign up to your Calendly call, even if you get at least just 10 of them through social media, you basically created 10 hot leads for you right away. Take advantage of that. If you think you're going to grow like very rapidly, if you just want to have a peace of mind, then again, guys, get the $445 plan. It is with unlimited users. Whether you have 75 team members like BJ had, or 100, 200, 300, 400, 445, and you're sorted, right? So take advantage of that. It's again, pitchground.com/product/Decktopus. I've shared the link over on chat at the same time. Let's go through some of the more questions coming in. Pravesh is saying solopreneur here. Absolutely, Pravesh. I hope that helps. Alara has already shared. Alara, actually, you are sharing all the comments to host and panelist only. So make sure that you switch to everyone because you're sending the message to me and Noyan. So there you go. That's a community link for this. Alara, just make sure that yeah, perfect. Great. Yeah, so you've been talking to us this whole time. That's why I was repeating all of your answers to everyone. That's cool. Okay, Tony's saying, can you redirect in Decktopus by using a QA example? I sell 3 services. If I ask what service or product the person wants, and based on what they choose, can they be redirected to that service or product? I think that's what Noyan was talking about, that feature is currently being built, where you can take them to a certain slide right away. So Tony, that feature is currently in the roadmap that you're asking for. It's there. It's going to be built up. It's there in the roadmap already.
Yes, right. Exactly.
So Alara was saying that a Slack channel where we can exchange ideas. Oh, so that's this. Okay, got it. Yeah, Pravesh was asking, is there any community? You can join the community link that was just shared by Alara. To everyone, guys, just hit the button and join the community. James is asking, I'm still wrapping my head around the use cases. So I'm correct in thinking this presentation can be used to create how to guides. I'm thinking something like an onboarding. Again, James, that's another great use case that you shared. You can use it for onboarding your new team members. You can use it for lead magnets. You can create a how-to guides with it. You can add presentations. You can use it for webinars. Like you saw, Decktopus webinar is over here. Again, in the future as well, you will see we are asking more and more founders to start using Decktopus for their webinars at the same time. So you'll start seeing more and more people adopting to this, more and more people using the software. And again, we have already started using this for our own purposes, especially for our own decks and something like that, right? So again, there's a lot of things that are happening. We personally have been enjoying this software a lot because the conversions have gone up. We recommend you doing the same. This is an absolute no-brainer of our tool. Our tool is saying, can we have a website pop-up for Decktopus so that we can collect leads directly from website using Decktopus, then show them from slide to visitors? I think that's a great suggestion. I think, no, and this is not there, right?
Actually, if you can embed a codes into your pop-up, then you can embed Decktopus Deck into your website.
Oh, we can implement this. We can embed the slides inside a website.
Yes, sure. Let me show it quickly if you want.
So I think this is where I'm sorry to pitch in, but I think, Rakul, this is where it solves your problem. You'll probably need a pop-up puller. This is that pop-up builder where you can embed everything that you want. So this is where you can embed you can have that pop-up coming in. So Noyan wouldn't have to really build the entire pop-up feature because that's massive of a feature. That's like its own solution, right? So you can grab this. We're going to be having a presentation on this very soon, but this deal is live, and you can just embed the slide feature. Just copy the embed link and have this pop up and embed this. This is exactly why this tool was built for. So I hope this solves your problem. We have an early day bird offer going on for the next 12 days for this. Again, we're going to be doing the webinar for this very shortly, but again, getting back to Decktopus, we're going to take more questions. But again, guys, the solution is there, right? We have like all the use cases covered for you guys. Okay, moving on to the next one. Rakul, yes, you can already add a chat button. Just add the JavaScript. I think we already shared. Noyan, can you just quickly share that once again? Like maybe you can add like your intercom link or something live for people if that's possible, so that we can just quickly show people and add a live chat feature.
Yeah, actually, how can you add this? If you have any website chat link, you can embed this just by using this embed website slide. You just paste the URL here, chat web page link here, and you can let your viewers to chat with you. If you have any specific chat page, you can do this.
Awesome. So I hope that answers your question. Mohammed is asking, I mean, is there a possibility to share links in Decktopus live presentation with attendees? Just share the link, like we did over here. Just share the link with people. Done. Like that is that easy. So I hope that answers your question, Mohammed. Tony is asking, can we embed code for whole presentation? Say to embed a chat that is common. Embed a code for the whole presentation. Yes, you can do that. I think that's what we just spoke about, Tony. You can embed that. If you need it in pop-up, then you can go with the pop-up pillar. You can get that and just embed the code for Decktopus, and that should make it very easy for you guys. Rakul, you can add up to 5 custom domains. We did answer that, but I just want to answer that very quickly again. Let me see, but that will be just for one slide. No, Tony, you can add as many slides as you want. There is no limit to it. You can add like 20 slides. You can add 20 embed codes. That's completely up to you, like how you really want to build things. So Alara is saying, oh, definitely. Again, guys, this is another good use case. I think Alara is like a use case person, right? Another great use case,
absolutely.
Guys. So guys, you can also add your Facebook pixel or I would say just use your tag manager. You can trigger your Facebook pixel, or you can trigger your Google tag manager pixels, or Google ads pixel as well, and also show them ads for an example, right? That's another great use case for you guys that you can do, because again, people would be able to see, and you can show them ads. Again, you start getting more personalized with people and start showing like an ad flow for them. So that's another thing that you guys can do. How many designs alternatives are included in plan B? So Tony, like all the designs are there in all the plans. You only pay for more users. That's it. So if you have a larger team, you pay for larger, or else there is no restrictions on any sort of like features. James is saying, I'm trying to join the community on Slack, but when I choose continue with Google, I get this error. This email address must match one of the domains listed. Please try another one.
I can solve this, I guess.
You might want to look into it, Noyan.
Sorry?
There is an error. James is saying that he's trying to join the community in Slack.
Actually, I don't know, but I think Alara will handle this with this. Alara, our community manager.
James, can you just drop in your email so that Alara can just reach out to you via email?
Yeah,
just drop in your email in the chat, so that way she can just reach out to you and she can help you out. Okay, guys, any other questions? Or Tony's asking, can we embed? I think we've already answered this.
By the way, another use case, for example, in my demonstration, I mentioned about our mobile responsivity feature. So, for example, when you enable this feature, your presentation will be seen as presentation on the desktop, but it will be seen as a responsive web page on mobile phone. So, for example, you can create your proposal or your portfolio, maybe your service deck, and you can include it into your Instagram bio, for example. And we have short link like Decktop.us, or you can connect your custom domain again. And here you can start your sales funnel. For example, most probably people are using their websites on their Instagram bio or their direct booking page, but it is end of the sales funnel, not start of the funnel. So by inserting Decktopus tag into the bio, you can start the sales funnel and end it with a booking page, for example. So this is another use case for guys. It is mobile responsive, so it's just like a website on mobile phone. So yeah, it might be useful.
Great. Parvesh is asking, can anyone with a shared link view it without registration on Octopus? Yeah, I think we did share that. It depends on you. So if it's a view mode, then they don't need to register. When would I need additional users? So Tony, if you're expanding your team, let's say that you currently have just one salesperson, then you cannot add them on plan B. Like it's just you unless until you share your account details, which I wouldn't recommend at any point of stage, because it's always good, because let's say that your salesperson leaves for some reason after a year or a few months, then there's a big chance that if he changes the account details because you're basically giving the ownership details, then at that stage it becomes very difficult to sort of like help you out, or he deletes something. So it's always better that you get like a higher plan and then give your team member access as a team, because then you still remain the owner and no one can do anything. So that's the biggest use case of additional users, is when you are expanding your team, when you have larger team, don't share your login details ever as an owner, because if they delete anything, as per GDPR, no SaaS company today keeps the details on the server anymore. The moment someone hits the delete button, it's done. It's gone from the database. There is no way to retrieve, because this is GDPR. Earlier, what most SaaS companies used to do was they would still keep the data for 7 days, because there was an option to re-archive from the delete, because many times we are all humans, we can make mistakes. But after GDPR, that option is no longer available, because that is a breach of GDPR. So if anyone deletes the button, it's gone. So make sure that if you have team, do not give ownership login details, or else you are just risking your account, because you never know what's going to happen with your team member or anything in the future. you have to take care of your own business and just be safe and secure with regards to that. Dan is asking, so this is the business plan. I don't see create presentation on Decktopus. Do you have a link for create? Dan, it's the same plan. There's absolutely no difference. We have already shared this and spoken a few times about the same. So again, guys, take advantage of the deal. The OnePlus offer is still on. Take advantage of that. We're going to be ending this offer very shortly after the webinar. So again, it's still on. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Again, the +1 is going to be what you buy, guys. So if you buy plan F, you get plan F. If you buy a smaller plan, you get smaller plan. Can plan F be used as an agency? Definitely, Tony. That's perfect. If you are a growing business, then that's really perfect for you. If you're looking to resell this, then no. Just wanted to be very clear with you. But if you're looking to expand, I think this is a very good opportunity to grab that plan, because again, 2 plan Fs, you're pretty sorted. Like again, one deal, few lead magnets, it pays off right itself. Let me see if there are any more questions before we wrap up. Guys, again, I've shared the link with you guys. We'll probably be online for the next 3 minutes before we wrap up this webinar. Again, we're going to be coming out with more webinars. Noyan, I was thinking, how about we do the next webinar about how to create a pitch deck for a startup, and we show them right from scratch how to create like a winning deck.
Right now.
And then we can probably do like some more webinars around like sales, help people build their sales templates and stuff. I think I'm like coming up with more use cases. I think Alara is probably like inspiring me to come up with more creative use cases for this. So I think
it would be great. Yeah, it would be great. This is what we are doing all the creating.
Guys, so again, we'll be creating with a lot of other webinars. We'll be talking more about sales. We'll be talking about sales flow cycles. Guys, there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be coming up. But again, we're online for another couple of minutes. If you have any questions, do let us know right now. If you are looking to take advantage of the OnePlus offer, it's there for another couple of minutes. Take advantage of it. Whatever you buy, you cannot upgrade post that. If you do upgrade, you're still going to get the +1 for the previous purchase. So you guys make sure that you hit the right button and right purchase button, buy the right plan right now. If you want to upgrade, now is the time for all of you. Let me see if there are any more questions coming in. There is one from Mohammed. Is there a separated sub accounts or workspaces in the unlimited user plan? No, Mohammed, there's no sub accounts or workspaces. Again, this is not a reseller plan. This is for someone who has a large selling team, whose entire day is to just sell. So it could be a lead magnet company or an agency who's sending cold emails for people, preparing presentations. So it's usually for that. If I get plan B, can I upgrade to plan F later? Definitely, Tony, you can do that while the LTD is still on. But if you buy plan B right now after the webinar, if you let's say upgrade to plan F after 5 days, you're still going to get +1 for plan B. You're not going to get +1 for plan F. So whatever you buy right now during the webinar, you get that particular plan for +1. Rakul is asking custom domain for which plan? Custom domain is available in all of them. Rakul. I hope we've answered all the questions. So again, guys, we're on for another minute. If you have any use case problems or anything, guys, again, shoot up all the questions that you want. We're more than happy to answer. I guess no. So Noyan, we always do this. Which was your favorite question of the day? Because we always do this, that we reward that one user with one base plan based on the best question that they've asked. So we had like a ton of questions, but was there any sort of like one specific question or suggestion that got stuck into your head? I know I can win the AB because I gave you that AB split testing and personalization feature. So technically I should be the winner. But again, if I start winning, people will kick me out of the webinar and they won't attend the webinar anymore. So you got to pick one of the winners from the people who are online right now.
Yeah, actually, all questions are very logical. So the committee is amazing. Really, I appreciate it. Actually, I don't know. I think we should give this deal I don't know. We can make some giveaway
we
maybe.
we cannot make everyone winner.
No. Okay, I would say AB, but custom name also was a great idea also. I think
Which one?
custom name, but was it your idea again? I don't know.
Yeah, it was my idea.
Okay, that's we'll give this offer to you then.
Awesome. Let's see. We gotta still pick the winner. It cannot be me. I'm telling you, people will kick me out of the webinar next time if I start winning. We have to pick some winner. So you can just head to the QA section and just see like if questions that you liked, that sort of help, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the unique ones, you know. I think MA deserve this.
MA, just reach out to me. We'll give you one base plan. Congratulations for that. You can just hit me your email address right away. We're gonna count until 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ma is not here. Unfortunately, he doesn't win. We gotta pick another winner now. We have very strict rules that you cannot
not
win
here.
live.
Okay, then I just I will pick from chat. I guess I remember Tony's name. I guess there were Tony.
There are 2 Tonys with us right now in the webinar. Which Tony are you talking about?
Is he here? No.
Yeah, we have 2 Tonys.
Yes. Okay, great. Which Tony? Okay, sorry.
Both are asking which Tony. Like both are like, oh my god, like who's gonna win now?
Which Tony? Okay, I will say. I guess. Let me see. Let me see which one. Okay, I'm just quickly.
Man, you're creating a lot of suspense now.
Okay, we'll spend our 30 minutes for this. I think Tony Duarte, right?
Awesome, Tony Duarte, you have won one code of Decktopus. So just please just use the host and panelist and send me your email address, and we're gonna get this added to your account. Make sure it's your PitchGround account, by the way. Oh, is Tony not here?
No, he's here, I guess.
He was here. So Tony, we're gonna count in 5 before you lose. 5, 4, 3. Okay, he's back again. We have to use the counter for people to get back every single time.
10 minutes more.
Tony, we're just 3 seconds away from losing your code. So just make sure that you get your email and send across the email to me. You just won by 3 seconds, Tony, or else it would have been the other Tony who would have won it. So guys, again, thank you so much. Again, Tony, make sure that you please email me. Give me your email right now on the chat so that we can just add it to your account. Rising, I'll get a straight heart attack if anyone else named Alara was here. Awesome. Okay, I got the email address of Tony. I'm just gonna write it down, Tony. We're gonna get this added to your account in next 24 to 48 hours, and you should be getting an email. Once again, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. We're gonna be coming up with few more webinars with Decktopus. We're gonna talk about how to build a sales pitch and deck right from scratch. We're gonna talk about how to build a deck that converts, right? I'm also gonna talk about how we have been speaking with AWS and trying to close the deal, and how we prepared the entire presentation in the next webinar. Again, we're going to show you the entire slides, how we did it. That presentation will be a game changer. I'm telling you guys, because we have broken down on a lot of steps. We have gotten a lot of feedbacks directly from people, and we have modified those slides on the basis of that. We will show you the entire process. You guys can literally like replicate, but make sure no one knows this, right? Because if Oscar gets to know about this, he's probably going to kick me out as a CEO, right? So you guys make sure that keep those slides with you guys in the next webinar. So we're going to be coming back next week with another webinar with Noyan. Until then, thank you so much, guys, for tuning. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys learned a lot. And I really hope you guys were able to get some incredible deal. Again, make sure everything that we have said and I'm going to be sharing in the next webinar stays with you guys, right? Don't even tell to me that I've shared it with you. That's how confidential it needs to be. Thank you so much, guys. And you guys have a great one. I'll see you guys in the next webinar. Have a great night, everyone, and have a great morning to the other side of the world.
Goodbye, guys. See you. Thank you.